All right, class, welcome back to Average Tobes with Mr. Howell and
Miss Ruby.
You may be asking yourself, why is Miss Ruby sitting down? You taking it easy on us today, Miss Ruby?
I don't think I'll be able to.
She never would, class. We'll get to that in a minute. Taking a quick break, but this is going to be the chair workout. Until then, let's talk about the quote of the week. Now, class, here's the quote of the week. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond. Now, what's that mean? That means sometimes life just doesn't work out as planned. For instance, everybody's doing homeschooling. That's not what you signed up for, but that's what you're doing anyways. The gyms got shut down. Miss Ruby and I used to go to 24-hour fitness. Couldn't do that anymore, so we could sit there and feel sorry for ourselves and get fat, dumb, and happy, sit on the couch eating Twinkies, playing video games, eating Cheetos, just not taking care of ourselves. Or we could say, hey, let's turn the garage in to Average Tobes and let's start working out. You're going to go through tough times in life, class. You're going through tough times right now, but life is 10% what happens to you, but really important part is how you respond, the 90% how you respond. So remember the quote of the week, class, life is 10% what happens to you and
90% on how you react.
That's right, 90% on how you react, how you respond, class. Let's respond with some fitness. What do you say? Today we do have the chair workout. That's why Miss Ruby is sitting in the chair. But everybody has a chair at the house. Remember, everything we do is designed around working out from home. So you all have a chair at the house. There's tons of things that you can do, exercise with the chair besides sitting down and eating Twinkies. All right, we're going to exercise with that chair, class. We have 3 upper body, 3 lower, and 3 mid body. Okay, we're going to call it the chair 200 because we have 10 exercises. We have 9 exercises. We'll call it the chair 180. Instead of 10 times 20 being 200, we have 9 times 20. That's the chair 180 exercise program of the week, starting with the upper body. Now, we did push-ups last week, class. Now, I want you to ask yourself, were you good at push-ups or were you not so good at push-ups? Were you struggling a little bit or you got it down? So we got 2 variations. If you're struggling a little, we're going to call it the incline push-up. Miss Ruby, if you could please, get your feet on this side and get your hands, let's turn it around, feet down here. Hands right here. We're going to do an incline push-up. Now, class, everything remains the same. We talked about the flat back. We talked about the elbow angle. We talked about the parallel lines with the shoulder and the elbow. But this is going to make it easier. You're going to take some of the workload. Kind of going to be like one of the modified push-ups. So, Miss Ruby, just give me a push-up. We're going to look for that 90-degree angle with the elbow. Breathe in and on the way out. Breathing in on the way down and breathing out on the way up. That's an incline push-up. We're going to do 20 reps, okay? Miss Ruby, let's switch it over. Now we're going to put our feet up here on the chair and our hands down. Now, for those of you who are really good at push-ups, for those of you who can knock out 20, 30, 40, whatever the case may be. If you're good at push-ups, we're going to do the decline push-ups. So our hands are down and our feet are up. This is harder, might look easy, but this is a tougher workout to do. So we have the decline push-up if you're good at them, incline push-up if you're not so good. Now you may not be able to do 20 in a row, but we want to get to 20. So we want to do 20 push-ups, either the incline or the decline, depending on your comfort level, depending on your strength level. That's exercise number 1. Number 2, remember it's 20 of each. Doesn't have to be right in a row, but we want to get to 20. Go ahead and rest as needed. Miss Ruby, we're going to now do the extension. Let's get your hands here, feet down here. Let's turn it around. Let's turn it around. Here we go. All the way around. Sorry. Here we go. Hands down here, feet out in front. We're going to do an extension. We're going to do a little dip, a little tricep dip, class. Feet are at a comfort level. Could be slightly bent, could be straight ahead. We're simply going to lower our lower body and then come back up. Breathe in on the way down, breathe out on the way up. Ideally, if we can get to about parallel, we talk a lot about the parallel lines with the shoulder and elbow. We're going to come down, we're going to come up. This is putting an emphasis on the tricep muscle, working this particular muscle back here. Remember, triceps standing for 1, 2, and 3. Your muscles are getting bigger all the time. Miss Ruby, take a break. Again, the idea, class, 20 reps each. Does not have to be all in a row, but we want to get to at least 20. If you can get more, dynamite. That will work also. Okay, now Miss Ruby is going to take this chair. We're going to now work our shoulders. Miss Ruby is going to grab the chair, one leg in each hand. This is going to look kind of awkward, but it's really not that bad. And she's going to do, careful and make sure you have enough space overhead. She's going to do a shoulder press. You'll notice she's coming down to the chest and straight up to the ceiling. Down to the chest, straight up to the ceiling. Working the shoulder, class, and working the tricep. So what we're doing here is we're doing an overall upper body workout. We got the push-ups, we got the extension, and now we're working the shoulders. This is also working on the core stabilization muscles. Excellent. How many are we doing, Ruby?
10.
Getting to 20, that's right. All right, let's put it down. Remember, class, this is the chair 180 workout program. We have 3 upper, 3 lower, and 3 mid. Let's now get into the lower body. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do a step up, just like if you were climbing stairs. We're going to do 20 with each leg, maybe 10 and 10, whatever you can handle. We want to get at least 10 in each leg. If you can do 20 in each leg, even better, class. Okay, Miss Ruby wants to go in this direction. Not a problem. Quite simply, class, we're just stepping up with our left leg, and with our right leg, we drive it to the ceiling. We're going to do it again with the left leg. Let's come back down. Step up with the left leg and drive the right knee up to the ceiling. There you go. If you're bringing your right knee up, try to bring your left arm with you. Okay, just like if you're running. There you go. So we got left up. Let's switch arms. Let's go with the left leg, left arm, right knee. There we go. Okay. Boom. There it is. And step up. Good. It will feel natural once you start doing it. Class might seem a little awkward at the beginning. Now let's switch legs. So just like you were running up some stairs, class. Now this is good. An overall good lower body exercise. We're working the glutes. We're working the front part of the leg, the quadricep, and the hamstring as well. That's it, Miss Ruby. Driving up. That's the stuff. Good. Extension. Really reaching up. Fantastic in every way. Looking good, Miss Ruby. And feeling good as always here at Average Toes. Let's go ahead and take a break at this time. Miss Ruby, moving on our lower body workout. We're now going to get into a lunge position. We're facing this way, Miss Ruby. Let's put one leg, figure out which one you prefer. One leg up, one leg down, working the lunge. Now the lunge is going to be in this direction. Okay? Switching the chair once again. Make sure you do it how it works for you, class. Whatever is the most comfortable at your own average toes. Here we go. Now I want you to take note. Again, we talk about parallel lines. We're teaching across the curriculum. We're working on our mathematics. The knee and the buttock are parallel to the ground. We want to make sure that our knee does not pass our toe. Notice Miss Ruby's knee and her toe are in perfect alignment. Well, we're working here, again, we're working the whole lower body. We want to do 10 with each leg minimum. If you can do more than that, do more. Nobody's stopping the class. The sky's the limit at your own average toes. Switching legs, if you're up to it, Miss Ruby. Now, does this knee want to go all the way to the ground? No. About 3 or 4 inches. What's important here is we want the parallel line with our knee and our buttock. We want to make sure that we're breathing in on the way down and breathing out on the way up. Again, working the front of the leg, back of the leg, and the glute. Fantastic. Looking good, Miss Ruby. Now, let's talk about our last lift. I want you to get back in that decline push-up position, if you could, Miss Ruby, with our feet up here and our hands down there. Decline position, although we are not doing push-ups, class. We're going to do a leg extension towards the knees, and we're going to call this a glute extension. Working the glutes, bringing our leg straight up in the air, straight up in the air, This works the glutes, works the back of the leg. We want to do at least 10 in each leg, which would be 20 total. If you can do more than that, great. Alternate the legs maybe. Also, you could go left, left again, left and right, 10 in a row, 20 in a row. Again, minimum of 20. The more you can do, the better. If you get through the workout, do it again. Why not? Nobody's stopping you. Those are our 3 lower body. Again, you have the lunge, you have the step up, and you have the glute extension. Now, let's talk about the core. Remember, the connection between the upper body and the lower body is the core. Let's sit on that chair just like you started today. Miss Ruby, we thought she was being lazy, but she's really not. She's just preparing for our workout. We're going to do some leg lifts. We're going to sit towards the front of the chair. We do not want our back to hit the back seat, the backrest. Just about, but we want to put the emphasis on our core. We don't want to take any pressure off that. Keeping constant pressure on our core. If you lean back against the chair, makes it too easy. If you can't do this without leaning against the chair, if it's too tough, go ahead and lean all the way back. But for our purposes right now, Miss Ruby is going to stay slightly off the backrest. What we want to do is we want to bring our knees to our chest. Knees to the chest. Again, this is working the core. When you bring your lower body to your upper body, you're working the lower ab area. You know about the 6-pack, right? So the lower part of that 6-pack, you bring the lower body up, you're working the lower body. Go ahead and relax, Miss Ruby, okay? Again, at least 20. If you can do more than 20, even better. Lower comes to the upper, you're working the lower ab. Now, let's flip it. Let's get let's get down on the mat and put our feet back up here. Let's turn it around. We're sitting down, Miss Ruby.
Oh.
Yeah, we're sitting down. Yeah, let's switch it around. Here we go. Let's sit right down. Let's put our feet up here. Very good.
Obviously,
Mr. Howell's part. Yeah, we're going on the fly, class. We're going on the fly. Now we're going to do a good old-fashioned crunch. Probably already heard of the crunch. Now what we're doing before, we talked about bringing our legs to our upper body. That works the lower ab. Now we are bringing our upper body towards our legs. So all we want to do is just get up as high as we can and squeeze the abs at the top. Go up, and I want you to squeeze it for a couple seconds. Go back down. Go back up, squeeze it for a couple seconds. Go back down. Working the crunch. Do you feel it right here, Miss Ruby?
Definitely.
Do you feel the burn, Miss Ruby?
Yes.
Fantastic in every way. Again, crunch. Working the upper ab, class. Very important, working the whole core stabilization muscles. Now, take a break for a second, Miss Ruby. You will stay in the same position. Class, again, in between stretches, in between lifts, activity, always stretch out. And don't forget to stretch out before you actually start. Want to maintain our flexibility? One of the 5 key components of fitness. Want to maintain our muscle strength, which is what we're working on today. Muscle strength, muscle endurance. Now, this last one, we're going to keep the same position, but now we're going to keep our hands together and we're going to do a twist. Okay, so we're going to come up, we're going to go to the right, and then we're going to come back, we're going to go to the left. So we're going to alternate to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. I think there's a song like that, Miss Ruby. Am I wrong?
Probably.
They're probably. If not, Mr. Howell and Miss Ruby are going to make that song. Maybe it's a little Beyonce. To the left, to the left. All right, you don't want to hear me sing, class. Looking good. How many reps are we going to do, Miss Ruby?
As many as you can.
At least, how many though?
20.
20, okay. Take a break, Miss Ruby. Come up on your feet. How did those feel?
Amazing.
Did you feel that you were getting a little bit of everything there, Miss Ruby?
Definitely.
Some upper ab, some lower ab, some side ab. Oh, I didn't really mention that. When we go from the side to the side, you're actually working the side ab. So we want to hit it all. We want to hit the entire body as we're working out. That's our goal at Average Toes. Should be your goal back then. Class, I will leave you with the fit tip of the week. What is our fit tip of the week? It is finding someone to work out with. If you can. And I think you can. You could either lose little brother, sister, whatever, family member, mom, dad. Are these crazy times right now?
FaceTime.
That's what I was going to say. If you can't find somebody in person, why not get on the camera? Why not get on Zoom, FaceTime? Probably not Schoology. You know, that's breaking down on this class. That's another story. We won't talk about that right now, but let's make sure you're finding someone to work out with. Miss Ruby and I work out together. It helps motivate and inspire one another. So if you have somebody that you can motivate and inspire to greatness, go ahead and do that. That's the name of the game. That's the name of life, working together to help people get better. And at the same time, improve yourself while you're at it. Miss Ruby, anything to add today?
No, don't cheat yourself. Do these exercises.
That's right. Remember, what was our quote of the week for last week?
Character.
Character means doing the right thing, even when no one is
Looking.
That's right. So have you been doing these exercises? Ask yourself, class, are you cheating or are you getting it done? Are you finding a will to get the job done? Where there's a will, there's a way. You know the quotes, class. Character means doing the right thing, even when no one's watching. And today, we will leave you with life is 10%. What happens to you and
90% on how you respond.
let's respond the right way, class. Have a good day. Mr. Howell
And Miss Ruby.
signing off. We'll see you next time.